They're taking the fastest and the strongest and the athletes, and they're putting them all on a team together and, saying, go.
You get the very best in that community that came to a tryout probably, and you get to handpick out of 60 girls or 80 girls, the very best in that community. We basically piecemealed this crew together to make sure that, I actually said it to Greg, and he's like, what do you think? I said, we're not there yet. I said, I just need a spine. Give me a spine. Striker, center mids, defenders, and a keeper, and we'll go places, because I can build.
MJ would have never made that decision without the belief that they could play competitively in that division. So I thought it was pretty remarkable that he thought that this team, this newly formed team, could compete in the highest level, Premier Gold. So
MJ kind of gave him the confidence to do anything that they, put their minds to, even though they were going into the highest Premier Gold. I feel like that we kind of, the whole purpose of MJ's teaching is to learn by, you have to fail to learn, and you have to keep trying things and making mistakes, and this would give them the opportunity to see what the competition is and kind of understand this is what it's going to take.
I was kind of shocked because personally I didn't feel like our team could do that, but then the other half of me also felt like I could trust MJ. We
had nothing to lose. No one had heard about us. We're not, we're new.
And we thought it was ambitious.
Yes.
We had no expectation that we were going to do well. We figured we'd be middle of the pack. And I guess it kind of started off that way, right? Mm-hmm. It took us a little while to get our feet under.
But I think we never thought that's where the girls would have started.
We didn't expect it was the right spot. Yeah. We just knew we had to pick one.
I was a bit surprised, but I also felt good about it because I wanted to be playing better, and just higher could mean that I could become better. But I wasn't exactly sure that we were going to do good.
Those first couple games for me, it was at a really fast pace, I felt because I never played in that high of a division before. And it was kind of nerve-wracking for me because it was just really different from what I was used to. But I felt like we had enough team training before we started that season.
It wasn't so much of the change in the play with the teams that we were playing against. It was more factors within our own team, factors of we're new, we haven't really had that much time together, we're still kind of working out a lot of tweaks and kinks.
It was amazing to watch it unfold. The first few games out of the box, watching how well the girls performed and how the ball was starting to move and how they were sticking together. I mean, it was this is a real deal.
You could see their determination. They never quit believing in the system, and they just kept trying hard, and then the glimmers started to come more frequently, and the mistakes started to happen less frequently, and you could really see things the ship turning.
the first few games, we were a little bit on our heels. We lost at least the first few games right out of the gate, a couple of them by pretty large margins. So there was some head scratching as parents on the sidelines, like, are we in the right league? Like, is this the right fit for us? But MJ, kept saying, we're going to be fine. Never really let up, never really gave us any reason to doubt the girls. And so as parents, you just say, hey, don't worry, shake it off. We're going to get them again. We're going to play them again. Keep training, keep fighting. And there was a turning point about midway through the season where I think we beat a team that blew us out earlier in the season. And you could see the confidence in the girls kind of looking around saying, like, wait, we can beat this team. We can beat any team in this league.
The turning point wasn't so much in like the middle of the season. It was actually the last game we played. We kind of just dominated that game because we had played them earlier in the season and lost.
I think they've gone back to beat every team that they've lost to.
Everybody could see it. We were not the underdogs anymore. We were starting to beat teams, and they were starting to realize that we were a good team.
Failure has to happen along the way and along this journey for any top athlete, and understanding that failure is normal in any walk of life, and certainly failure is normal in sports.
He knew what he could do with the clay that he was working with.